mindset.
We will compete with passion, we will play with discipline, and we will carry ourselves in a way that honors the university's mission and values.
Get ready for all the thrilling moments and jaw-dropping plays.
Over to Ayestana for three. Got it! Now to Bo, and she has her shot blocked off of her and out of bounds by Stout. Rebound, Ayestana, and her putback goes in. Nice backdoor pass on the bounce to Stout. Beautiful offense by the Lady Flames.
Liberty Lady Flames basketball is on the air. Welcome to live pregame coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Liberty Lady Flames basketball is brought to you in part by Abish Financial Services, the official financial advisor of Liberty Flames Athletics. Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank, life lived full. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry. Destination Bedford. Centra Health. By 11 West. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders. By Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Gentry Lock Attorneys. By The Good Feet Store. By Haley's Appliance and Outdoors. And by Ironclad Coffee Roasters, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. Welcome to the Bojangles Tip-Off Show. Coming up, we'll hear from head coach Alexis Sherrard. We'll also have the key players, starting lineups, and much more. Now, let's go live courtside with the voice of the Lady Flames, Jamie Hall.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into Liberty Arena on the campus of Liberty University, where the Lady Flames and UTEP Miners will be doing battle coming up here in just a little bit.
From Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish
Liberty trying to
Financial
fight their way into the top 6 in the conference standings. The Miners trying to get into the conference tournament as only the top 10 teams get in, and they're currently on the outside looking in at 10-12 on the season, 2-9 in CUSA. The Flames are 11-11 and 5-6 inside the conference. UTEP got off to a 1-0 start in conference play. They've been 1-9 since. They lost last week to Louisiana Tech 87-48 and Sam Houston 70-58. The Flames won at Jacksonville State a week ago and then lost at Kennesaw 64-58 on Saturday. In that game, Avery Mills was injured. We'll get an update on her with head coach Alexis Sherrard coming up here in just a little bit. This is the 6th meeting between the teams. The Flames are 5-0. They won earlier this year 86-66 at UTEP on the 4th of January. Hit 12 of 24 from 3 in that game and 48% from the field. Ife Nwabi is our Foster Fuels Who's Hot. She had 17 points and 11 rebounds at KSU on Saturday. And our Abish Retirement Keys podcast, Keys to the Game, well, it's going to be bench scoring. The Flames need to find some offense coming off the pine to replace the 16 points that Avery Mills will not have. I guess that's a little bit of a tease or a preview of that conversation with Coach Sherrard. Avery will not be available for tonight's game, and Coach will give us some more details on that here in just a little bit. As the Lady Flames do battle with UTEP coming up just after the top of the hour. Early start time, 5 o'clock game here in Lynchburg because of travel accommodations for the Miners. They head up to Delaware to play on Saturday, and they'll leave after this game. We'll take a break and be back with the thoughts of head coach Alexis Sherrard right after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Lord, we praise you and thank you for this day, for the opportunity we have to fellowship and serve you through this time.
It's Bo time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's Bo time.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full. full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hey Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
At Carilion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carilion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carilion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carilion proud.
Game day isn't the only adventure. Find yours in Bedford, Virginia. Just down the road, but a world away. Explore seasonal events, cruise the Blue Ridge Parkway, or hike the peaks of Otter. Enjoy outdoor fun at Smith Mountain Lake or play world-class disc golf. Home to the National D-Day Memorial and packed with small town charm. Bedford has it all. Plan your visit and see the event calendar at destinationbedfordva.com. That's destinationbedfordva.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. We're walking you up to game time with the Bojangles Tip-Off Show. Pre-game coverage continues now with the thoughts of Lady Flames head coach Alexis Sherrard, presented by Rogers Heating and Cooling.
Well, Coach, before we get into X's and O's and game plans and injury reports and all the stuff that we normally talk about, today is a special day. The ladies, as they warm up, are wearing the pink shooting shirts. You've got the pink shirt underneath the polo as well, and I get to bust this thing out of the closet a couple times a year. But think Pink Day or the Pink Breast Cancer Awareness Day and Valentine's are in the same week, so I don't know if I can wear it again on Saturday or not. Can barely fit in it, to be honest. But it's a special day, and it's something that women's basketball has really embraced. Not that other sports haven't, but because of Kay Yao and the legacy she left behind, and as she went through a valiant battle with breast cancer herself as one of the Hall of Fame coaches in women's college basketball.
Yeah, it's a unbelievable commemoration, and basically bringing the awareness of cancer. Who, I think everyone has somehow, some way been affected by cancer, especially as you get older. Whether it's a relative, a friend of a friend. So just bringing awareness in and just being conscious and sensitive to those who have lost someone to cancer. It's a great cause.
As far as on the basketball court in this game, it's a second matchup, and there's some teams that you only play once in Conference USA, but you had a chance to see UTEP earlier in the year, and I know everything roster-wise isn't exactly the same as it was at the beginning of January, and we'll talk about that here in just a second, but that was maybe one of the most complete games that the Lady Flames played this season?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It seems like that was an eternity ago. That first two conference games, actually. We played very well. We jumped on them early. Again, you have to duplicate it. In this game of basketball, I always joke with the ladies. We want to make sure.
Well, Coach, that was unintentional.
To duplicate it. In this game of basketball, I always joke with the ladies. We want to make sure it wasn't a fluke. So, to refocus. This is the most important game of the year simply because it's the next game. Obviously, seedings are important for us this time of year. So hopefully we can come with the same energy and get the same results.
It's kind of interesting the way that Conference USA is made up from top to bottom, 1 to 12. There's something to fight for in every section of the standings. If you're in the top 4, you want to be in the top 2 because you got a better route to the championship if you're the 1 or the 2 seed. Mm-hmm. If you're somewhere around 6, 7, you want to fight to get into the top 6 because that one less game. Oh, that was unintentional, I promise. You want to fight into the top half dozen in order to get in, to play one less game in the tournament. And if you're in 11th or 12th, you got to fight your way to get into the tournament because only 10 go, and that's where UTEP's at right now.
Correct, absolutely. So they're fighting to just get an entry into the conference tournament. So we always say a hungry cat hunts best. So obviously we want to try to get to that top 6. Top if possible, but we just have to take one game at a time. Like I said, this is the most important game. We want to just value each possession, play together, play the right way, and just continue to play hard because this team plays hard. That's one thing I love about this team. There's no quitting this team. They play hard. Sometimes we don't always get the result that we want, but just as far as effort, grit, perseverance, this team is an A+.
I know the Ortho Virginia injury report is at the top of everybody's minds right now. The last we talked, there was still some kind of tests pending, and the determination for Avery Mills' injury wasn't completely set yet. Is there any update?
Yeah, so she will not be with us today. She had some tests done, and actually she's having an additional test done this evening, I think at 6 o'clock. So she'll actually be leaving, won't even be on the bench with us because she has a doctor's appointment, which I told her, she was just worried about missing the game. I said, Avery, this is the most important thing just with regards to trying to figure out what's going on with your ankle. So she'll be leaving a little bit early to head to her appointment. Today. She has
in her absence in the game against Kennesaw State, it seemed like everybody stepped up, but the defense really stepped up. You just needed one more stop, and it didn't quite work the way that you wanted to, and you came out of there with a tough loss. Is it going to be kind of a similar approach against UTEP that this game really, you don't want to see this game played in the 70s or 80s? You want this to be kind of a slugfest?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to try to keep that score down. And they're a lot bigger. I mean, they have a couple of post players that are the same size as Emmy and Efi. So we'll definitely have to control the boards, box out, and it'll be a tough battle. I mean, they do a good job attacking inside and out. They have Tensaye, who's obviously an excellent shooter. So I think we'll be locked in just with regards to our defensive assignment. And as I always say, we got to limit them to one shot per possession, and then everyone has to rebound.
Sounds good, Coach. We wish you the best.
Okay. Thank you, Jamie.
That's head coach Alexis Sherrard. We'll be back with a relevant law tip right after this. Here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Rogers Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing. Your certified Generac backup generator experts. Online at callrogers.com.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
The light from a star can take millions of years to reach Earth. So when you look at a star, you're looking back in time. But I see the future. I see exploration and courage. I see my country finding new horizons out there. And I see giant leaps making a comeback. I see myself. The future is where I'll make history.
This message is brought to you by the United States Space Force. More information is available at spaceforce.mil.
Turn up the heat
Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Fostering warm moments for 100 years, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services throughout Central Virginia and surrounding areas. From propane to fireplaces and tank installs to tankless water heaters, Foster does it all. Visit fosterfuels.com or download the app to order fuel, pay your bill, and more. Get the customer service you deserve and turn up the heat with Foster Fuels and the Liberty Flames.
This broadcast of Liberty University Athletics is authorized under rights granted by Liberty University to Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and is intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. The accounts, descriptions, and broadcasts may not be transmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and Liberty University Athletics. The announcers are selected by the Liberty Flames Sports Network and approved by Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment. It's time for Liberty Lady Flames basketball.
Mills for three. Boom! Avery Mills from downtown. Athene hesitates, penetrates, puts it off the bank and in.
Your defending Conference USA champions.
Iastarter gets the rebound, dribbles it up court. Time expires. The Lady Flames win. They knock off Middle Tennessee to claim their first Conference USA title.
This year, the Lady Flames usher in a new era with first-year head coach Alexis Sherrard, a new leader with the same winning mindset.
We will compete with passion, we will play with discipline, and we will carry ourselves in a way that honors the university's mission and values.
Get ready for all the thrilling moments and jaw-dropping plays.
Over to Iastarter for three. Got it! Now to Bo, and she has her shot blocked off of her and out of bounds by Stout. Rebound Iastarter, and her putback goes in. Nice backdoor pass on the bounce to Stout. Beautiful offense by the Lady Flames.
Liberty Lady Flames basketball is on the air. It's game time. Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services, is brought to you by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair, providing preventable maintenance, repair, and service at multiple locations and at larrystireservice.com. By the Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan. By Peary Family Dentistry. Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Segra, offering customized business technology solutions. Learn more at segra.com. By the United States Space Force. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. Now let's go courtside for the call of the game.
Welcome back into Liberty Arena. We're just about ready for our relevant law tip-off. The Lynchburg Nissan starting lineups look like this for Liberty with the absence of Avery Mills. Jacayla Thompson will run the point. Emma Leon is in the backcourt with her. Elizabeth Iastarter at the 3. Then you have Ife Nwabi at the 4 and Emmy Stout playing in the post. We'll get to the UTEP minor starters here in just a moment as we're ready for some basketball. Flames in the white uniforms, UTEP in the blues. Liberty wins the opening tip, and they've got to run out and get an easy basket to begin this basketball game. The tip from Stout eventually made its way to Iastarter, who was cutting to the hoop, and she gets 2 points. And Liberty's up 2-0, and now we have a clock issue. The shot clock didn't start up correctly. It shows 9:50 on the game clock, but still 30 on the shot clock, so that'll get sorted out. And UTEP will inbound for their first offensive possession. So we see Coach Keitha Adams in her 19th season across the way for UTEP. She's actually wearing a UTEP baseball jersey. Don't know what number she's wearing. We'll see if there's some significance to that jersey or if it's just a fashion statement, as the Miners get their first possession down low, and a shot taken by Mathis is too strong. Liberty with the board, and the Flames' Iastarter will drive again, miss the shot, the rebound to the Miners, and they'll come back the other end. Picking up the dribble is Adams. She'll dump it down low. Stout there defensively forces a difficult shot that eventually goes out of bounds off of UTEP, and it will be Liberty possession. Flames up 2-0. 9:15 on the clock here in the first quarter. Leon at the top of the arc to Eyestader. Near side to Thompson. Thompson to Stout in the high post. Now back to Nuwabi, far wing to Eyestader. Over to Stout. 8 seconds on the timer. She goes to Nuwabi for three. Got it. Ife Nuwabi from 3rd Street. She has struggled this season from outside the arc, but she's picked up the pace. She's hit 2 3-pointers now in her last 2 games. 4 for the season. And a turnover for UTEP as the ball was dribbled off of the knee. I believe that was Tensaye. Liberty 5, UTEP nothing. The Flames with the basketball. Thompson penetrates, now retreats, gives to Stout. She skips it across to Nuwabi. Nuwabi back outside to Thompson. 10 seconds to shoot. Thompson drives through. She's cut off, still fades, and gets the friendly roll. Kayla Thompson makes it 7-0 Flames. Similar to that game at UTEP back in January, when Liberty jumped out to a quick start and never really looked back. Portia Adams at the top of the arc. She's going to kick it to the far wing. 3-pointer comes up short, and Liberty with the rebound as Nuwabi picks it up. Gives off to Leon, and Leon will dribble across the timeline. Leon's going to now penetrate on the right side, and she scores. Emma Leon, our featured Lady Flame on this week's women's basketball show. You can go to YouTube, the Liberty Flames page on YouTube, and watch that. She makes it 9-0. And a steal by Nuwabi as she picks off the post entry. Brings it up court to Leon. Leon outside to Eyestader for three. Got it. Liberty 12, UTEP nothing. Timeout taken by the Miners. 7:08 to go in the first quarter. And Coach Keitha Adams had seen enough. Liberty red hot to begin this basketball game. 5 of 6 from the field. They've forced a couple of turnovers and held UTEP scoreless. That'll bring us to a media timeout. Liberty has a dozen. The Miners haven't scored yet. They'll have the basketball when we return from this break on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Although you try not to, most of us have used an ATM out of network, and at the end, you get that notice. It's going to cost you $4 extra. You're paying money to get your own money. It makes you crazy. In retirement, you're going to want to use your 401k, but every time you dip into it, you have to pay taxes. Here we go again. You have to pay money to get your own money. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. We believe that every retirement plan needs a tax plan. Without it, you're using Uncle Sam's plan. And do you really think that's going to work in your favor? Call us for your customized retirement tax plan, 571-570-3559. If you've saved $500,000 or more, we'll build your plan complimentary. 571-570-3559 or visit theretirementkey.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., licensed in Virginia.
John Barkley loves Tuesday nights with his pals.
You guys ever seen a perfect game?
Here we go.
A night when scores made aren't nearly as important as friendships kept.
Get out your phones. Gonna be epic.
So he doesn't miss a night. John counts on Sentra to keep him healthy and at his best.
Perfection begins now. Start your video. Delete your video.
Like and share.
Sentra, caring for, caring about folks like John.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Well, we were talking about the quick start that the Flames had at UTEP, very similar They jumped out to a 15-2 lead to begin that basketball game. They're up 12-0 today. 7:08 on the clock here in the first quarter. That was the first call timeout of the ball game. Miners will have 3 remaining. The Flames have all 4 of theirs. It doesn't seem as if UTEP has made any lineup changes yet. In that game at UTEP, Liberty never trailed. They led by as many as 21. Won by a score of 86-66. UTEP on offense. And the Flames showing a little bit of pressure as it comes around on the near wing to Tensaye. And now back to Mathis. Mathis almost lost it. She gets it back. And then gives out to Tensaye. Down to 8 seconds to shoot. She fades for 3 and hits. That was a difficult 3-point shot by Tensaye. It was a 35% 3-point shooter on the year. She has the most makes for UTEP. That's 56. That ends a 12-0 Liberty run. Flames try a pass on the interior, looking for Stout, and it goes astray. So Liberty with their first turnover. So things have swung a little differently after the timeout. A good timeout by Coach Adams. She saw a 12-0 disadvantage, now cut to 9, and a turnover. Chance to further cut into it as UTEP is on offense. On the far side, Heaven Sayamaya Mathis. And we're going to get an offensive foul. That's Amanillo. It's called for the moving screen. Team's trade turnovers. Liberty's Cloudy Athene is checked in for the first time. We also see Lynn Peters on the court. Peters will give it on the near wing to Leon. Leon's going to drive along the baseline. Her reverse lane is good. Emma Leon with 4 early points. Good to see her play aggressively to begin this basketball game. They need some points from her as the ball is loose on the deck after UTEP lost the handle. Heaven Sam Ayoa Mathis was the one that lost the handle, but she went to the floor to clean it up. The alternating possession arrow will keep it with UTEP. Miners having a little trouble getting it in. They do just in time to Delma Zita. She goes along the baseline and then dips it on the interior to Amanillo, I should say, who scores. 14-5. Liberty approaching the midway point of this first quarter. Cross-court pass looking for Leon was deflected out of bounds by Tensaye. Yvonne Tensaye, second leading scorer on the team, averaging 10 points a game. The Penn State transfer. Graduate student, a lot of upperclassmen on this minor squad. We'll get you the breakdown here in just a second. Liberty with the basketball as Athene is going to be called for an offensive foul. So Liberty turns it back over. There's 15 on the roster for UTEP. They don't go that deep as far as how many they play or how many they have played. But of the 15 on the roster, there's 7 seniors, 3 freshmen, 9 transfer students, and just like the Flames, they've got 7 international players. 14-5 Liberty. Miners on offense. Tensaye is going to take another deep 2. It's off the mark, and the Flames, Thompson gets the rebound. She gets it to Athene, and Athene will come across half court with the basketball. Over to Eisdotter. Her pass deflects out, but gets to Thompson. Still plenty of time to shoot. 16 on the clock as Thompson drives and then bounces it into Peters. Peters, nice catch and finish on the left side. Looked like Jakayla Thompson was in a little bit of trouble, but she was able to fight her way out of it. Gets the assist, and the Flames lead by 11. We've already had our under 5 media timeout with that timeout taken by UTEP in the first 3 minutes. So So we will play through the next dead ball. Zita, top of the arc. She's going to take a contested 2. It comes up short, but gets her own rebound. Or actually, check that. That was Mathis that got the rebound. Her putback is no good, and the Flames take control. Liberty's hit their last 6 field goals. They're shooting 88% for the game, 7 of 8. They go back inside to Peters. She has her shot blocked, but she keeps it alive. Out on the near wing to Mwamba, but her three-pointer is an air ball, and UTEP gets the board. Three-pointer on the far wing from Mathis is nothing but net. That barely touched the net, straight through. This UTEP team that shoots only 28% as a squad from outside the arc has hit 2 of their first 3 three-pointers. That's allowed them to get it within 8. Flames go inside to Peters, but the pass had too much mustard on it. UTEP gets the basketball back the other way, and we're going to get an offensive foul called against UTEP. Mary Moses Amanio is called for the foul. Nobody, well, actually, check that. That was 2. That was 2 on Mary Moses. So she'll have to check out of the game, but she's still out there at the moment. Flames, Thompson gives to Peters. Peters, 16-foot jumper, is too strong. A couple of Flames fight for the rebound, and neither of them come away with it. UTEP with the basketball. Back up court, three-pointer Tensai is off to the left. The rebound is loose and out of bounds to Liberty. If you're just tuning in, the Flames are still without the services of Avery Mills. She was injured in the game against Jack State a week ago. Didn't play in the game at Kennesaw State and is now out for her second game in a row. Emma Leone slotted in the starting lineup to replace her. Thompson with the basketball for Liberty. She kicks it outside to Athene. Athene works her way around a screen. Nothing for. Passes over to Eyesdottir. She takes a couple of dribbles, picks it up. Down to 5 to shoot, turns and fires off the back of the rim. And UTEP with the basketball. The Flames have missed their last 4. Miners, Tensai on the near wing. Her 3 is too strong, but an offensive rebound pulled in by Mbingwa. Her putback is no good. The Flames box out to get the board. Throw it up court to Thompson. Thompson has a 2-on-2. Gives to Mwamba. Mwamba lost the basketball, but it went right into the grill of Tensai. She lost the ball, and it went right into Tensai's nose. She caught it, but was stumbling backwards and was called for a traveling violation. So the Flames will hold on to the ball, catch a little bit of a break there. Thompson will lob it in to Mwamba, back outside to Thompson, over to Athene at the top of the arc. She's going to try to drive. Clears a little space, goes up with the right hand, missed the shot. The rebound deflects all the way outside where Malia Alexander, who had just checked in for Liberty, gets the offensive board. She'll reset. 14 seconds to shoot as Athene comes back to Thompson. Thompson will drive on the right side, goes up with the left hand and missed the shot, but right there is Alexander for the putback, and she scores her second basket of the season. Makes it an 18-8 Liberty lead. Malia more known for her defensive prowess, but gets a couple of nice points off the bench. Back the other way, UTEP with the ball, and they'll try a contested 3. Ascension missed, and the Flames get the rebound. Athene for 3, nails it. Claudia Athene gives Liberty their largest lead of the ball game. They're up 13. 21-8, 43 seconds to go in the first quarter. On the drive for UTEP is Mathis. She missed the shot. The Flames Stout got the rebound, and a foul was called against UTEP. Our officials for today's game: Joshua Howell, Kara Segi, and Alex Leap. And we saw Mary Moses Amanio pick up 2 fouls earlier. She's on the bench. No one else with more than 1 foul. Athene up top to Alexander. Now on the near side to Thompson. Thompson back to Mwamba, now to Alexander again. She throws a bullet pass into Stout. Shot falls, foul called. Emmy Stout muscles her way to a chance at a 3-point play. Malia really thread the needle with that pass. The pass and the catch were more impressive. Well, I don't know. The finish was pretty impressive, too, because there was an awful lot of contact that Stout battled through. She hits the free throw, and the Flames lead 24-8. Another 100 meals donated to local area food banks through the Food Line Feed Score to Give More campaign. Under 8 seconds to go for UTEP. Shot clock is off. On the near side, Ascension. Now deeper in the corner to Zeta. Her three-pointer is an air ball at the buzzer. The Flames defended it well. Liberty will have the ball coming out of the timeout. At the end of the first quarter, they're up 24-8. Excellent start for the Lady Flames. They finish off the quarter on an 8-0 run after beginning the game on a 12-0 run. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, a Carter Bank and Trust game and a glance. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Are your feet preventing you from living life? Hi, I'm Jonathan Cotton, and you may have heard my Good Feet story, how I love my arch supports so much that I bought the store. Since then, thousands of customers have found relief from foot, knee, and back pain. I love to hear their stories of walking, running, and just enjoying their new life pain-free. Don't let foot, knee, or back pain keep you from living the life you love. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear. (24-8) Liberty on top of UTEP after one quarter here in Lynchburg, Virginia. Some folks that are tuning in on Facebook and YouTube. Bill is on YouTube watching and listening. So's Cameron. Asked us to say hi, so we say hi. Stephanie's on Facebook listening in Colorado. Appreciate that. If you're watching on our booth cam or listening on the app, website, various ways that you can get the coverage, feel free to say hi. Easiest ways are in that YouTube chat and the Facebook chat. Also on X and LFSN Radio. A little bit of an early start, 5 o'clock game for a Thursday. Not a doubleheader or anything, just a single game. Liberty leading by 16. This is the largest lead of the ball game. The Flames started on a 12-0 run. They're currently on an 8-0 run. And UTEP is going to steal the opening possession away from Liberty and get an easy run out the other end. Zita with 2. Her first 2 points of the ball game. A very balanced attack for Liberty. No one with more than 5. Get you some more numbers here in just a second. Eyestader hesitates, penetrates, missed the shot. Stout got the rebound, has to go back up with it on the right side and scores. Had to gather herself in for just a second. There was some defensive hands clawing away. She scores and makes it 26-10. Zita goes underneath on the low block to Mbingwa, and she scores. Both teams have a nice post presence. Score a lot of points on the low block. Liberty's Eyestader is on the near wing. She looks postward, doesn't have anything, goes to Thompson. Thompson now on the far wing to Nawabi. 8 seconds to shoot. She's going to have to hurry. Kicks out to Leon, but traveled first. Liberty with turnover number 5. UTEP has 4. Liberty shooting 58% from the field. UTEP 29%. Flames 3 of 4 from 3. UTEP 2 of 7. Only 1 free throw in the game so far. That was Emmy Stout's and 1 she made. The rebounding is 14-6 Liberty. Mathis comes up top to Asensio. Her three-pointer's off, but UTEP's able to scramble for the rebound and reset. Zita drives and kicks, and her pass is picked off by Stout. So now both teams with 5 turnovers. We're going to get a foul called against UTEP as the Flames are trying to get the ball across half court. Flames have Thompson, Leon, Nawabi, Eyestader, and Stout. Those were the 5 starters. It goes into Eyestader, and it's poked away from behind by Zita. She forces the Flames' 6th turnover. She'll drive in, slides to the basket, but missed the shot. Tried to go around Stout. Comes up short, and Liberty has the basketball. It goes into Stout. Stout across to Leon, now Eyestader to Thompson for 3, too strong, and the rebound to UTEP. Three-pointer on the near wing is good by Mathis. So UTEP makes it a 26-15 game. They've cut 5 off the Liberty lead. Thompson takes it into the paint, but took an extra step in the process. So Liberty with the travel. UTEP with the basketball. (26-15), 7:10 to go until halftime. Waldai missed the shot. Oalani Waldai, freshman from Fort Worth, Texas, just entered the ball game a moment ago. Liberty with the rebound. They go back on offense. Athene goes across to Stout. Stout hands off to Leon. Leon will come around the screen, try to find a little space. Lobs it back to Stout. Her baseline jumper is off, but a rebound to Nawabi. Cross court to Eyestader for 3. In and out, but Stout there with another offensive rebound, and she's tied up. The arrow will give it over to UTEP. Flames haven't scored in about 3 minutes. 4 turnovers during that time span. Still shooting 50% from the field. UTEP at 29. Asensio goes cross court. Waldai in the middle. And on the left side, a nice finish by Mbingwa. Ndak Mbingwa, senior, 6'3" from Italy. Gets it into single digits, 26-17. Flames going to try a 3. It's off the mark by Athene. UTEP with the rebound. They're currently on a 7-0 run. Zita's going to drive and then travels. Flames were there defensively to force her into the turnover. The biggest run of the game for the Miners. Flames had a 12-0 run to begin the ball game and have led by as many as 16 that currently are up by 9 with the basketball. Athene to the near wing. Now back to the far side. In the corner to Eisdottir, who dribbles around, dips through to the basket, and scoops it in. Nice patience by Elizabeth Eisdottir to put Liberty back up by 11. 7 points in the game for Liz. UTEP on offense as Waldai will lob it outside to Zita. Zita picks up her dribble, goes cross court to Mbingwa. Mbingwa working down low on Nawabi, and she was fouled, and we'll see the first free throws of the game for UTEP. First foul on Nawabi, and only the second foul called on Liberty as a team in the game so far. Mbingwa, 65% free throw shooter on the year, hits the first. Second free throw is also good. 28-19 Liberty. Halfway through the second quarter. Do a media timeout, the next dead ball. Athene kicks near wing to Leon. Leon's going to drive along the baseline and then hook a pass to Eisdottir, who drives through and scores. What a nice move by Elizabeth Eisdottir. She's got 9 first half points, and Liberty leads by 11. A drive the other way is off the mark by Mathis, but the rebound is tipped all the way outside to Zita, who resets. Waldai lobs on the interior, and we're going to get players colliding and hitting the deck, and let's see what's going to be called out of this. I think Leon is going to get the personal foul on the block. So it will be UTEP inbounding when we return with 4:25 remaining on the clock here in this second quarter of play, and the Flames leading 30-19. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg, with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haley's.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
At Lynchburg Nissan, it's the most wonderful time of the year for savings. With up to $10,000 off MSRP, 0% for up to 60 months, or 130% of fair KBB for your trade. This December is the best time to make that decision you've been thinking about. Take advantage of Lynchburg Nissan's year-end sales event while the best inventory is available. These models are limited supply and have been selling very quickly. Shop in person or go online at lynchburgnissan.com, home of the million-mile warranty.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Now, back to the game.
4:25 on the clock here in the second quarter. Liberty leading UTEP 30-19. Flames are shooting 52% from the field. They've held UTEP to 30%. Elizabeth Eisdottir leads all scorers with 9 points. And then a pretty balanced attack after that. Stout with 5. Leon with 4. 3 each for Athene and Nawabi. Peters, Thompson, Alexander with 2. As far as UTEP is concerned, Mbigwa and Mathis each with 6. Flames opened up the game on a 12-0 run. Ended the first quarter with an 8-0 run. Led by as many as 16 and are currently up by 11. Foul on Emma Leon before that timeout was her first. And they're going to say it was in the act of shooting. Not sure about that. Love to see a replay. Seemed like there was just a mass of humanity in the middle of the paint. Sort of everybody collided together when the lob pass was going in, but must have been a motion towards the basket that allowed the 2 free throws, and they're both good by Mbingwa. She makes it 30-21. Liberty now on offense. They're scoring to our right. Wearing the white uniforms, red numbers, baby blue trim. UTEP in the dark blues with orange numbers and white trim as the Flames force a pass inside. They get lucky that it went off of a UTEP player. The Flames will have 5 seconds to shoot, inbounding in front of the cheerleading squad and pep band. Thompson surveys the defense, lobs it to Peters. Peters cross court to Ife Nawabi, and her 3-pointer is good at the horn. 1 second left on the shot clock when Nawabi drains the 3. Her second bomb of the ball game, brought to us by Haley's Appliance and Outdoor. Liberty leads 33-21. And now a steal by Nawabi. She gets her hand in the passing lane and gets the ball right back. 33-21 Liberty. Athene at the top of the arc. Waits for a pick, dribbles to the near side. Nothing there. Cross-court pass to Thompson. Thompson with 11 seconds to shoot is going to drive the baseline and find Ayestad for 3. Short. The rebound to UTEP. Back the other way, Waldine. This game is a PA announcer's nightmare between the 2 squads as the Flames jump another pass. This time it was Claudia Athene who was able to steal the basketball. Flames have forced 8 turnovers. They've also given the ball away 9 times. Thompson lost the handle. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to be UTEP basketball. Flames will make some substitutions. Stout comes back in. Thompson, Athene stay in the ball game. Now we see Malia Alexander and Liddy Mwamba return. Malia Alexander hit her second basket of the season. First one was in the first game of the year against Frostburg State. Goes over on the far wing to Tensai. Her 3-pointer comes up short. The rebound is out of bounds. It'll stay with the Miners. Fresh 20 on the shot clock, 2:24 to go until halftime. Inbound pass comes to Tensai. And then out to Mathis, but we're going to have a foul away from the ball against Liberty. Amy Stout picks up the personal. There's 3 Liberty team fouls. They still have 1 to give. UTEP has 3 to give. And bounce comes to Zeta. She drives in, floats it up over her head, and scores. That was not a very easy basket to make, but she made it look smooth. It's a 10-point game, 33-23. Alexander up top for Liberty. Hands off to Thompson. Thompson dribbling on the far wing with 13 seconds to shoot. Bounces it out to Athene. Athene with 8 on the timer. Looks postward. Instead, we'll go near wing to Mwamba. Mwamba drives through. Takes a little half hook. It's an air ball out of bounds to UTEP. Flames have gone scoreless for the last 2.5 minutes. But they're still shooting 50% for the game. And they lead by 10. UTEP will bounce it on the inside to Mbengwa. She's defended well by Stout. Forces it into a tough shot. Comes up short, and Stout gets the rebound. Over to Athene. Claudia runs it across half court where Waldai is guarding her. Athene now angles to the far, comes up top to Mwamba. Mwamba tries to dump a pass into Stout, and it's stolen away. UTEP runs it out the other way, driving through, but missing the shot was Mathis, and the Flames tie up the rebound. And Mwamba looks like she got hit in the nose a little bit in that scramble to tie the ball up. Looks like she's going to be okay. It is Liberty's basketball on the alternating possession. 101 until halftime. So Flames, assuming they don't use every second of the shot clock, can play 2 for 1 to end the half. Thompson's going to drive in and draw a foul. Jacayla Thompson will shoot 2 with 51.9. Flames actually worked that so quickly that UTEP actually will have a chance on the other end. If they run their offense fairly efficiently, they can play 2 for 1. Probably need to get something going in the first 10 or 15 seconds of the clock to get an extra possession before halftime, but you're not going to be upset with Jacayla for attacking the hoop. Drawing the foul, now hits the first free throw. She has 3 points in the ball game. Liberty's 2 of 2 at the free throw line, make it 3 of 3. The foul was against Waldai, and that is her second. So she joins Amanio with 2 fouls for UTEP. Flames don't have anybody with 2 fouls yet. 40 seconds to go until halftime, and UTEP now will bring it out and reset things, so they're not going to play 2 for 1. Mathis on Mwamba, near wing to Tensaye. Her three-pointer comes up short, and we're going to get a foul away from the ball against UTEP. Liberty had the rebound, but the foul will stop play for a moment. UTEP had a foul to give, so no issue there. They actually have one more foul to give. As the shot clock is off and Liberty has the basketball. Attacking the goal to our right, approaching halftime. Athene down to 9 seconds to shoot, dribbling on the far wing. She's going to try to knife through, nothing there. Comes back to Stout. Stout's jumper is off, but a rebound to Mwamba, and her putback is good with 1 second to go. The horn sounds and the Flames head to the locker room, leading 37-23. Some more second chance points for Liberty, 6 total for the half. Flames had 7 offensive rebounds. They won the overall rebounding battle in the first 20 minutes, 23-12. Flames finish up shooting 50% for the half, and they held UTEP to 29%. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get the Segra halftime show underway. Take a look at the Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. With our game being early, there's not a lot of games going on, but we'll tell you the other matchups around the conference on the men's and women's side of things for tonight, and then have a little bit of a preview or a clip of our weekly women's basketball show with this week's special guest, Emma Leon. We'll listen to a portion of that conversation later on at halftime, and you can watch the entire show on the Liberty Flames Facebook page, or you can get the link on the Facebook page. It's on the Liberty Flames YouTube page. So you can go to Women's Basketball, Facebook, or X to get those links. But basically, if you find your way to Liberty Flames YouTube channel, you'll be able to watch all the content there. But you'll get a preview coming up here in just a little bit. The Lady Flames lead 37-23 at intermission here in Lynchburg on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at any of their 4 locations, with 2 in Lynchburg, 1 in Forest, and 1 at Able Tire in Concord. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry provides dental health services including dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, extractions, and more. Their office treats patients of all ages and accepts major dental insurances. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry is located at 2229 Mural Road next to EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. You can reach the office by phone at 434-847-5331 and online at pearyfamilydentistry.com.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
First half is history. Now it's time for the Lady Flames halftime report, powered by Segra. Segra offers customized business solutions. Learn more at segra.com.
Welcome back into Liberty Arena as the halftime show is underway. Liberty Band putting on a great show. You might hear the cymbals right in front of me. Last night, the Liberty men had a big win, hitting a last-second shot. And we're going to listen in on how it sounded with Alan York on the call at New Mexico State. The Flames taking on the Aggies.
Porter gets it in. Cleveland at the buzzer. Good! He got it! Zach Cleveland, the hero, buried it at the buzzer.
Zach Cleveland with the bank shot to win the basketball game. Got to hear it twice. As the Flames pick up a 77-75 win on the road and stay undefeated in conference play. They'll play at UTEP on Saturday. Lady Flames are playing UTEP right now, and they lead at halftime 37-23. Around the rest of Conference USA on the women's side of things, all the rest of the games, well, one game's a final. It was an education game. Earlier today, Kennesaw State beat Western Kentucky 55-51 in Bowling Green. Later tonight, New Mexico State at Delaware at 7. FIU at La Tech at 7:30. Missouri State plays at Sam Houston on the road at 7:30. Middle Tennessee hosts Jack State at 7:30. Those all games on the women's side of Conference USA. And on the men's side, Kennesaw State will host Middle Tennessee at 6:30. Delaware plays at FIU at 7. And Missouri State will play host to La Tech at 8:30. Those, again, men's games tonight in Conference USA. We'll take a break and come back, and we'll get a little taste of this week's Liberty Flames women's basketball show with Emma Leon right after this timeout on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. From Van Wagner, the Lady Flames on top at halftime, 37-23.
At Carillion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carillion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carillion proud.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
You're listening to Lady Flames Basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now, back to the halftime report, powered by Segra.
We're talking with Emma Leon, Liberty freshman from Barcelona, Spain, and I won't force people to wait too long. I'll get to the fun part, the hair. The reason I mentioned the hair, the last game, I'm not always the most observant when you guys change something up a little bit. If it's very obvious, then yes. But the reason I noticed that you were wearing your hair differently in the game against Kennesaw State is because you wear number 24, and when you were walking away, you had your hair, and it was more curly and kind of out from your ponytail, and so it was kind of flowing down over the 24 in your jersey. And we had a player that named Alyssa Iverson that played probably about 4 years ago, who wore number 24, and she had kind of long curly hair, and she wore it the same way. And I was like, oh my gosh, I had a flashback for a second. I was like, that looked like Alyssa. And I thought, oh, and then that triggered my brain to say, I believe that's the first time you've worn your hair that way, at least here at Liberty. What was the fashion change for Kennesaw State?
I have always been battling against my hair because it's curly, it's difficult to manage. And then I just, the night before, I did my hair like with products, all this stuff, and I wore it to practice next day, and everyone was like, why are you not wearing like that? Your hair, like, it looks really good. And I would say, like, I don't know, I always braid it, so it's just what's like a routine. And then I was like, okay, yeah, let me just wear it for the game, and I did.
Do you like it that way?
Yeah, I really like it. It's gonna come back. I'm gonna still doing it.
Okay. It reminds me a little bit of one of your coaches, Emma Hess, which shares a first name with you. She was the opposite. She would, I guess, normally wear a ponytail, but if she did the braids, it was kind of a unique thing. But when she was growing up, her dad gave her the nickname because when she would wear the braids and she was just hitting daggers, hitting threes over people, he called her the braided assassin. And so that kind of stuck. So I don't know what the version of the curly assassin might be. So that maybe that needs to be your alternate identity a little bit, like your superhero identity.
Yeah, maybe curls are gonna make me play better. I don't know.
You never know. You
never know.
There's a coach, and we've talked about this before. There's a old hockey coach. His name was Don Cherry. And he used to say, if you dress first class, if you look first class, you play first class. So if you feel good about how you look and how you're dressed and how you're done up, you're going to play better. And so that was why he would always make his players wear suits and ties to the game and look good and clean and shave and all that kind of stuff. and he had a lot of success. So maybe that's a thing. Maybe that, look first class, play first class.
That's true. No, I agree. If you take care of that, you'll take care of the basketball. That's true. I'll try more.
Okay, well,
I'll wear the cards.
That was just a weird thing that popped into my head the other day, and it was cool to get a shout out to Alyssa Iverson. She was great, and she was a point guard and was a very good player. But had that same, really, I have to try to find two pictures of just,
to compare.
Facially, no, totally different. But as far as just the hair flowing out the back and the number 24, I was like, wow, what are the odds of this? So what got you into basketball? What made you interested in the sport? And did you play any other sports growing up?
When I grew up, I I was doing judo, a martial art.
Okay.
I don't even know why. I just started doing, and I like it, so I stayed there. But then my brother was playing basketball. He played basketball since he was like 5 years old. So I went to all of his games. And I remember when halftime of his games, I was like just shooting or like dribbling. And people was like, you should try to play basketball. And I remember a friend of my parents said, come to my club of basketball and try out. And I did, and I like it. So I just stayed there.
Okay, well, let's get back to the judo for just a second. So these judo competitions, and when I think of stuff like that, I think of like the Olympics, between the judo and the Greco-Roman wrestling and things like that. It's very physical. Is that something that if right now, if we said, all right, we're going to get together a judo tournament, could you jump right back in and it would be natural, it'd come right back to you and you'd do a good job?
I don't know. I did judo like for 4 years. Like, I have a background, but I'm not sure. It's just take the opponent and try to beat them. Like, it's not that hard.
It's like mixed martial arts, but with a format. Like, you have to do certain things you can't do.
Yeah, it's not like kicks or punch. You need to like grab like the other person, like try to beat them.
Who do you think of the whole team? Who would be the best? And let's just forget about judo. Let's just say if it was mixed martial arts, if you threw everybody into a tournament, who's going to win that tournament?
I think Emmy, it's pretty tough.
Okay.
I would say Emmy. She's hard.
Okay. Who would fight dirty?
Queen, for sure. She would grab the hair of the opponent or something like that.
It took no time. By the time I asked the question, there was no hesitation. You said Queen instantly. That was Emma Leon on this week's Liberty Women's Basketball Show. You can watch the entire show by going to the Liberty Flames YouTube channel. There's also some links on the Lady Flames Facebook and X accounts. You can get the links from there as well. Fun conversation. That was just a part of it. Here at halftime, the Lady Flames are on top of UTEP 37-23. Air Larry's Tire and Auto stats look like this. The Flames shot 50% in the first half, 15 of 30, were 4 of 9 from 3, 44%, 3 of 3 at the free throw line. UTEP 29% from the field, 3 of 11 from 3, 27%, and they were 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Liberty won the rebounding battle 23-12, including 7-4 on offensive boards. Flames did have 11 turnovers. UTEP had 8. Points off turnovers, 9-6 Liberty. Points in the paint, 22-10 Liberty. Second chance points, 6-4 Flames. Fast break points, 8-5 UTEP. And bench points, 9-4 in favor of the Flames. Liberty did not trail in the first half. They led by as many as 16, and they currently are up by 14. And it will be UTEP basketball to start the second half. We'll take a look at the individual numbers here in just a second, as the Miners have the first possession of this second half. And we're going to get a offensive foul, so that possession ends quickly. Liberty's leading scorer from the first half was Elizabeth Eyestadter, but a pretty balanced game. She had 9 points. Ify Nwabi had 6 on a couple of threes. Emmy Stout with 5. Thompson, Leon each with 4, Athene 3, Peters, Mwamba, and Alexander with 2. So everybody got in the game. Everybody that got in the game scored for Liberty. UTEP forces a turnover. They come back the other way. Tensai is guarded by Stout. She'll take a 3 over the top of her, missed it, and the rebound to Liberty. A mismatch with Tensai at 5'7", guarded by Emmy Stout at 6'3". Didn't stop Tensai from taking the shot. The Flames get the rebound. Now they go back the other way, where a runner by Leon comes up short, and UTEP will try to run it back the other end. Comes around on the near side to Zita, and now a handoff to Tensai. She picks up her dribble and passes to Mathis. Mathis is able to dump it underneath to Mbingwa, who was fouled by Stout. There'll be a couple free throws ahead for UTEP. Mbingwa led the way for the Miners in the first half. She had 8 points and was 4-4 at the free throw line. During the next break, I'm going to count syllables. I was talking about how that first free throw was off the mark. This was a PA announcer's nightmare, the two teams playing, and the difficulty of some of the last names, a lot of the last names. I'm going to tell you, between these two rosters, how many syllables there are. There's going to be a lot. 1 of 2 at the free throw line. It's 37-24 Liberty, and the Flames will try to force feed a pass into Stout that's taken away. So Liberty has struggled to get their offense rolling to begin the second half. UTEP has only been able to put 1 point up themselves as we're almost 2 minutes in. A three-pointer by Tensaya goes in and out, and Liberty with the rebound. Flames have done a pretty good job of making it one and done. Only 4 offensive rebounds for UTEP. Thompson at the top of the arc will give off to Ayestadter. And we're going to get a foul on a hold called against UTEP. Flames will inbound on the near sideline. Thompson gets it into Ayestadter. Ayestadter back outside to Thompson. Now to Nawabi. Nawabi to Thompson again, around a screen. Nothing there. Picks up her dribble, bounces it into Stout. Stout with the left hand, banks it home. Emmy Stout puts the Flames up 39-24, and a traveling violation on UTEP will turn it right back over to Liberty. Flames with a chance to take their largest lead of the ball game if they scored 2 or more on this possession. Thompson at the free throw line will attack the right side, but she missed the shot. Rebound to UTEP. They've got a 3-on-1 back the other way. A nice bounce pass finds Waldai, who lays it in. 39-26 Liberty, 7:17 to go in the third quarter. Thompson dribbles to the far wing in front of her team's bench. And comes up to Ayestadter. Ayestadter looking postward, nothing there. Skip pass to Thompson. Thompson fakes the pass inside. She's going to dribble all the way from one side to the other. Now up top to Ife Nawabi. Her turnaround jumper is off the back rim, and the Flames have to fall back defensively after UTEP cleans up the glass. Zita is cut off. She bounces it back outside to Mbigwa. Now to Tensaya. Tensaya retreats outside the arc. Peels off of a screen. Gives it to the top. Amanio for 3, short, and Stout with the rebound, but she lost the handle. It's loose on the floor, and UTEP will reset. They come near wing. Zita drives into the paint, then dishes it further underneath, and a nice finish by Amanio. Flames had gotten the stop. The ball squirted loose, and no one realized it was free until UTEP had picked it up. Stout was asking for some help after she lost the basketball, but her teammates were already running up court. And he gets the pass on the interior and lost the handle slips out of bounds. So the Flames with an unforced turnover. 14 in the ball game. That turnover was given to Jacayla Thompson, and that's tough. That was a pretty good pass. I think that's got to be a turnover on the catch. Point guards don't get any respect. Three-pointer by Mathis. Bangs off the front rim and off of a UTEP player and out of bounds. 39-28. The Flames are on about a 2.5-minute scoring drought. Some pressure being shown by the Miners. The Flames get it in, and now Athene will come across half court with the ball. She's guarded by Mathis. Far wing to Leon. Up top to Peters, who just checked in. Peters, far wing to Athene. Athene dribbles to the top of the arc and now gives it back on the far side to Leon. Leon's going to Olay it back outside to Athene for three. She comes up short, and UTEP gets the rebound. Flames with only 2 points in the third quarter, but they steal the basketball away. It pops loose, and Leon will dribble it down court. So we played halfway, a little over halfway now, and the Flames have scored 2 points in the third, but UTEP's only scored 5. Leon at the top of the arc, bounces it over to Athene. Athene to the top again to Leon. Leon for three, got it. Emma Leon saw the hand of Tensaya down. She took advantage and gives the Flames a much-needed three-pointer. Brought to you by Haley's Appliance and Outdoor. They lead 42-28. Leon with 7 points in the game. UTEP with the basketball. UTEP without the basketball. Stolen away by Leon. She leads a 2-on-1 break. Bounces it over to Athene, who missed the shot, though. Peters gets the rebound, and the Flames reset. Well-run offense. Just couldn't get the finish to fall. As the two Spaniards were running the break. Leon definitely has shown some signs of brilliance as she drives to the hoop and draws contact. Will shoot a couple of free throws. Just like a freshman, there's going to be moments where she looks like a superstar and moments that she looks like a freshman, but in this game, she's looked like a superstar. She's played extremely well. 3 of 4 from the field. Has an assist. She's got confidence in her shot. She's attacked the basket. Now she'll get rewarded with some free throws. 3:52 left in the third quarter. Liberty 42, UTEP 28. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Game day isn't the only adventure. Find yours in Bedford, Virginia.
All right,
just
welcome
down
back.
the
We're
road,
talking
but
with
a
Emma
world
Leon.
away. Explore seasonal events, cruise the Blue Ridge Parkway, or hike the peaks of Otter. Enjoy outdoor fun at Smith Mountain Lake or play world-class disc golf. Home to the National D-Day Memorial and packed with small-town charm. Bedford has it all. Plan your visit and see the event calendar at destinationbedfordva.com. That's destinationbedfordva.com.
Rogers Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing. Your local HVAC experts. Online at callrogers.com.
Have you downloaded the Liberty Flames mobile app? If not, what are you waiting for? The Liberty Flames mobile app is your lifeline to Flames athletics. Get the latest news on your favorite teams, find upcoming schedules, buy and download tickets to the next game, listen to podcasts, and hear our online Liberty Flames Sports Network audio broadcasts.
Takes a long three. Got it! From 30! And the Flames lead!
It's all on the Liberty Flames mobile app. Download it for free from your mobile app store today. Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
.42-28 Liberty with the lead. 3:52 on the clock here in the third quarter. UTEP will head on the road after this game. Actually, right after this game, they're going to get on 29 and head up eventually to 95 and over to Newark, Delaware, where they'll play Delaware on Saturday. That's an 11 a.m. UTEP time, so 1 o'clock start time on the East Coast. The Flames will host New Mexico State on Saturday afternoon at 2. UTEP currently is on a 2-minute, 24-second scoring drought. Flames lead of 14 matches their halftime lead. Emma Leon will shoot 2 free throws. Her first is good. Emma on the season, a 73% free throw shooter. Hits them both. Flames match their largest lead of the game. They're up by 16. Five straight points for Liberty. Zita for UTEP. Eventually on the interior, and it's poked away by Peters, but it deflects back outside to Zita. Far wing Tensaye, and she hits a contested three-pointer. This was the Olympics, and they put a degree of difficulty on that three. It's probably about 9.9 over the top of Ayestad. Flames almost lost the basketball. Athene had to go to the floor to keep it alive. She now hits Peters in the high post. She'll take one dribble and then tried to hook a pass into Nawabi, which is stolen away. UTEP back the other end, they get 2. So 5 straight points for the Miners. 44-33. UTEP putting on some pressure. Athene across half court to Ayestad. Ayestad picks up her dribble to Leon. Leon dribbles around a screen, gets into the paint, kicks near side to Nawabi for 3. Yes! Ife Nawabi, another bomb. Her second three-pointer of the game, and her three-point shooting is picked up in the last 2 ball games. She has 9 points, all from outside the arc. Liberty 47, UTEP 33. Back on the interior is Amanio, takes a fadeaway shot and hits that. There have been some difficult shots put through in this ball game. Flames go down low to Nawabi, and Nawabi puts too much on the shot. An air ball to UTEP. They'll try a 3 to the far wing. It's off the mark by Brooklyn Terry, who had just checked in. First minutes for the freshman out of Mansfield, Texas. Liberty's Leon dribbles across half court, and Coach Alexis Sherrard will take his first time out of the ball game. With 1:32 left in the third, Liberty leading 47-35. With the ball when we return after this break on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Although you try not to, most of us have used an ATM out of network, and at the end, you get that notice. It's going to cost you $4 extra. You're paying money to get your own money. It makes you crazy. In retirement, you're going to want to use your 401k, but every time you dip into it, you have to pay taxes. Here we go again. You have to pay money to get your own money. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. We believe that every retirement plan needs a tax plan. Without it, you're using Uncle Sam's plan. And do you really think that's going to work in your favor? call us for your customized retirement tax plan, 571-570-3559. If you've saved $500,000 or more, we'll build your plan complimentary. 571-570-3559 or visit theretirementkey.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., licensed in Virginia.
John Barkley loves Tuesday nights with his pals.
You guys ever seen a perfect game?
Here we go.
A night when scores made aren't nearly as important as friendships kept.
Get out your phones. Gonna be epic.
So he doesn't miss a night. John counts on Sentra to keep him healthy and at his best.
Perfection begins now. Start your video. Delete your video.
Like and share.
Sentra, caring for, caring about folks like John.
Welcome back into Lynchburg. Okay, I'm at 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. 68 syllables for UTEP's roster. And we'll have to work on Liberty's here in just a minute. Now, we're talking about how tough these teams are as far as with all the international players, some of the tough names, a PA announcer's nightmare. 68 syllables between 15 players on UTEP. And if you just look at the starting lineup, Yvonne Tensaye, Delma Zita, that's not a lot of syllables, but it is a tough name phonetically. It's not phonetically spelled. So, but then you've got Heaven Samayoa Mathis, Portia Adams, Indak Mbingwe, Mary Moses Amanio, and that's just the starting five. There's some tougher names than that. That fortunately there's some nicknames that can be used that make it a little bit easier on the first names, but there are some last names. Of course, if you look at the Flames, you got Ife Nawabi, Elizabeth Ayestarter, Liddy Muwamba, Zainab Avja. So the Flames have some tough names as well. Even Claudia Athene is spelled A-C-I-N, so the English I makes it look like it would be Athene, but she pronounces Athene. So, yeah, these are not easy teams as far as the pronunciation guides are so important when you're playing against Liberty or UTEP as a broadcaster or announcer. After the timeout, it'll be Liberty basketball. They lead 47-35. Mwamba at the top of the arc, comes near wing to Alexander. Now to Thompson, back to Athene, in the corner to Alexander on the far wing. We're going to have a foul called away from the ball against UTEP. 1:18 now remaining in a 20-second shot clock. Thompson on the far wing. Now to Alexander. Back to Thompson. 10 seconds to shoot. Kicks it out to Athene. Athene's going to drive. Try to dish it underneath. It deflects all the way to Mwamba. Now it's on the floor and out of bounds to UTEP with 58.8 to go. So an ugly possession for Liberty offensively. That's turnover number 16. They forced 12. Shooting percentage for the Flames has fallen under 50%. 46%. UTEP's hitting only 34. They trail by 12. They've got the basketball. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. 15 on the shot clock as it goes underneath to Amanio. Now far wing to Brooklyn Terry, and her three-pointer is good. Actually a 2-foot on the line. As the Flames inbound, there's about a 4-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Can't quite hold for the final attempt of the quarter as Thompson will drive through and score. And no, they're going to wave it off. Offensive foul. Thompson with a nice drive to the hoop, but it's waved off on the contact. Don't have a view. The monitor. I'm trying to sneak over and look at Corey and Kelly's TV replay monitor, but there's a water bottle in the way. It's a big play in this game. It's a 10-point game. That could have made it 13, and now UTEP with a chance to further cut into it before the quarter ends. Zita on the near wing, down to 1 second to shoot, and she doesn't get a shot off. Actually, a double dribbled before even the time had expired, so even if she would have gotten the shot up, it wasn't going to count because of the turnover. It will be Liberty basketball after the break. When we start the fourth quarter of play, we'll give you a Carter Bank and Trust game at a glance, tell you how we got to this point. Liberty's led throughout. They've been up by as many as 16. They're currently up by 10 as we head to the fourth here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now, back to the game.
10 minutes left here in Lynchburg. The Lady Flames are on top 47-37. And one final update to our syllable count. I was off on the UTEP numbers. It wasn't 68, it was 78. 78 syllables between the first and last names of the Miners. The Flames with a slightly smaller roster, 12 compared to 15. They have 56 syllables. Liberty shooting 46. Why you wonder we're talking about that if you're just tuning in, there's some very difficult names on the two rosters. Pronunciation guides very important for the announcers and broadcasters when these two teams hook up. Liberty shooting 46% from the field, UTEP 36%. Flames have won the rebounding battle 28-18, including 8-5 in offensive boards. Points in the paint 24-18 Liberty. Flames are up by 10 on the scoreboard, 47-37. And the Flames will also have the basketball to start the fourth quarter. Kayla Thompson on the near wing to Eistadter. Tries to throw a pass into Stout, and it's poked away. UTEP forces another turnover. That is 18 for Liberty. The Miners have 13. Zita goes outside to Terry. And back to Tensayat. To Terry again. She's cut off. Has to get a pass to Amanillo, who goes on the right side and draws a foul and will shoot 2 free throws. A chance to get this into single digits. First foul on Eistadter. No one in any major foul trouble for Liberty. Emmy Stout has 2. Amanillo, who's shooting the free throws, has 3 fouls. She's the only player with more than 2. She misses the first free throw, a 72% shooter on the year. Second free throw's good. And we're inside single digits. Pressure by UTEP on the inbound is knocked away. No time came off of the shot clock, so the Flames will have 10 seconds to get it across half court. Still inbounding in the backcourt, now on the sideline. Comes into Leon. She goes back to Nawabi. Nawabi up to Thompson, and Thompson across the half. Over to Eyestarter and to Thompson again. Thompson dribbling just in front of the logo. Now over on the far wing to Eyestarter. She backs her way into the paint and lost the basketball. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with Liberty with 7 seconds to shoot. Last touched the fingertips of Delma Zita. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Liberty's up by 9, and we're going to get a holding foul called against the Miners before the inbounds. Substitution for UTEP. Checking out of the ball game is Brooklyn Terry. And we see Indak Mbingwe back in. Thompson over to Stout. Stout will dribble her way back into the paint with the left hand. Floats it home. Nice move by Emmy Stout. She's got 9 points. And the Flames lead by 11. Other end, UTEP on the drive. And they'll draw a foul. So some more free throws for the Miners. They're 6 of 8 in the game. The Flames 5 of 5. First free throw is good. Samayoa Mathis. Heaven Samayoa Mathis misses the second, and the Flames get the rebound. 49-39 Liberty. Flames playing without Avery Mills for the second game in a row and trying to make up for that 16 points per game. They go inside to Stout. Stout on the left side scores. Nice feed from Thompson. Nice finish from Emmy. And Liberty leads by 12. Three-point answer. The other end is in and out for UTEP, and we're going to get a rebounding foul against the Miners. And Mbingwe picks up the personal foul. 6'3" senior from Italy by way of Cowley College. UTEP calls a timeout. Be their second called timeout of the game. They'll have 2 remaining. The Flames have 3 timeouts left. And because it is called before the under 5 media timeout, it will become that media timeout. So we won't have any more media breaks between here and the end of the ball game. And if anybody's watching in on YouTube or Facebook Live, send us a shout out during this break and we'll say hi when we come back. Liberty 51, UTEP 39. Here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can can help clients succeed is waiting for you at GentryLock.com.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haley's.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Liberty Pep Band keeping everybody entertained during that timeout. Lady Flames are leading 51-39 over UTEP with 8:12 to go. Little Frankie Valley. Mentioned going into the break, folks that are watching in on Facebook or YouTube. Kristen's in Iceland, Phillips in Maryland. Stephanie's out in Colorado. Linda says, go Flames from Appomattox. Over on YouTube, we got Bill and Cameron saying hello. Delanor, I think, says hi. Hope I'm saying that right. Liberty with the basketball. After the timeout, full court pressure being shown by UTEP. The Flames break it. They get numbers the other way, but Leon will reset out to Thompson. Flames have the starting unit on the court. Emmy Stout will drive on the left side and muscles it home. Emmy Stout with 13 points to go along with 8 rebounds. 53-39 Liberty. Zita for UTEP. Gets it outside to Amanio. Now to Tensaye. To Zita. She drives and flicks it towards the rim, puts too much on it, and the Flames get the board. Thompson slowly across half court. Angles to the far side, picks up her dribble. Out to Nwabi. Nwabi back to Leon. Leon drives, scores, and scoots back up court with a half smile on her face. That was a tough play by Emma Leon. The reason I kind of hesitated is I was anticipating a whistle as well. She had to absorb a little contact, showing off that judo skill to absorb the opponent and still stay vertical. UTEP back on offense. They have to fall to the floor to keep it alive. It comes out. Samaeo Mathis, who picks up her dribble, back to 2 seconds on the shot clock to Tensaye, and she hits the three. What a tough shot by Tensaye. She is really an offensive stud for this UTEP team, averaging a little over 10 points a game, but he is approaching 63 pointers on the season. Flames go back down on the low block to Stout, and Stout's able to make the catch and finish with the left hand. Just like that, Liberty is able to answer back with a deuce. 57-42. Tensaye near wing, 3 is short. Stout with the board for Liberty. She's getting close to a double-double. 15 points and now 9 rebounds for Emmy. Leon with the ball for Liberty on the far wing. She'll pick up her dribble and then bounce it into Stout. Stout on the right side, draws some contact and will shoot 2 free throws. Emmy Stout has certainly been the best offensive punch for the Lady Flames, but Emma Leon has stepped in and played well in the absence of Avery Mills, coming into the lineup the last 2 games, starting lineup. Today, 11 points on 4 of 5 shooting, 1 of 1 from 3. 3 assists, 1 turnover. Stout's first free throw rattles around and comes out. 5:40 to go in the ball game. Liberty leads 57-42. Free throw here would match the largest lead of the game. It goes in. 58-42. Flames have not trailed in this ball game. Tensai dumps it down on the low block, and we've got a foul on the floor against Liberty. Mbingwa made the catch, but was fouled before she could take the shot. She has 9 points in the game. Tensai, with her 3 3-pointers, has 9. And the leading scorer for UTEP is Amanio with 11. Inbounds on the baseline. It's banked to Waldai. Waldai up now to Tensai. Back over to Amanio, and her, I'm sorry, that's Mathis. Her jumper is good. Long 2. It's 58-44. Flames break through the pressure, and we see Zeynep Avcı in for the first time. Zeynep, 6-foot-tall freshman from Turkey, playing in her 10th game of the season. Athene at the top of the arc. Liberty leads by 14. Now far side to Nawabi. 5 seconds to shoot. She gets into the paint. Floats the left-hander, but comes up short. Rebound UTEP. Waldai runs at the other end. Pulls up from 15, but missed. And Athene gets the rebound. Gives off to Stout, and Stout hands it back to Athene. Athene just was playing hot potato for a minute because she felt like she was about to get trapped. Not normally going to outlet it to your post player, but in that case, it avoided some problems, and the Flames now set up the offense. Zeynep Avcı, they call her Z. Flames will take a timeout. 4:12 left in the ball game. Liberty will have 2 timeouts left. UTEP also with 2 timeouts. 8 seconds on the shot clock when Liberty gets back underway. They lead by 14. 4:12 remaining in the ball game. Got another hello. Daniel is listening in Los Angeles, says hi. Hi to Daniel on YouTube. Delanori, maybe I was mispronouncing the other name that says hi from YouTube. Delanori Bierro, I hope. Boy, that was risky. I don't know if that was even close. Also, Cameron and Bill on YouTube has been watching and following along as the Flames inbound with a 14-point lead. It comes to Athene. Athene's going to drive. The C's part, but then out of nowhere, Mbingwe blocks the shot out of bounds. It looked like Claudia had some space. Then Indek Mbingwe with some rim protection. 2 seconds to shoot for Liberty after the ball came out of bounds. It goes all the way up to Nawabi. She's going to fire it from midcourt. That is not what the Flames were hoping for there. Shot doesn't hit the rim, and it will be a turnover back to UTEP. The pass was going towards Lynn Peters, but it went over her, and Ify Nawabi had to come all the way back near the logo to make the catch and then fired the shot. So the Flames still up by 14, but now UTEP on offense. Waldai outside to Tensai. Her pass is deflected all the way back towards midcourt, where it's tracked down by Amanio. Down to 8 seconds to shoot to Mathis. Mathis's 3 is short, but an offensive rebound pulled in by Amanio, then blocked by Nawabi. Liberty back on offense. Athene, far side to Eisdotter. Eisdotter back to Athene, and we're going to have a foul away from the ball on UTEP. That was the 4th team foul against the Miners. Flames will be in the bonus for the final 3:17. Liberty has 1 foul to give. Liddy Mwamba back in for Liberty. She takes the inbound pass in the near corner. Now penetrates into the paint, fades, and comes up short. Rebound to UTEP. The lead holds at 14 for Liberty. Brooklyn Terry hands off to Asensio. And now to Waldai, and her jumper is good. For about 15. Makes it 58-46. 12-point Liberty lead. Still a lot of basketball game left to go. 2:40 on the clock. As Ayestadter will take some right-handed dribbles and give on the far wing to Zeynep Avcı. She hesitates, had a little space, but instead of penetrating, gives it back outside to Ayestadter. Her bullet pass goes to Peters. Peters missed the shot. The ball is loose on the floor and tied up, where the arrow will give it over to UTEP. Neither player wanted to let go of the basketball. Everybody's kind of laughing. Alani Waldai was the one laughing the most. I think it was just two strong-headed players for both teams. Mbingwa for UTEP and Muwamba for Liberty. Italy versus the Conga. UTEP on offense. Waldai near wing three, comes up short, and a scramble for the rebound is pulled in by UTEP. Igbenadion, who's seeing her first minutes, gets the board. Dribbling around the top of the arc is Asensio. Now back out on the far wing to Terry. Her three comes up short. The rebound is loose near midcourt where Waldai picks it up. Now she'll dribble back into the corners. Cut off, has to lob it back outside to Asensio with 12 seconds to shoot. She floats one up but misses it off the back rim. The Flames get the board. Muwamba off to Athene. Athene will hesitate and then kick it outside, but her pass is picked off by Amanio. Flames now with 20 turnovers in the ball game. They've forced 13. They haven't scored in a little under 5 minutes. Three-pointer far wing by Waldai is short, but another offensive rebound. The putback pops out for Amanio, but she was fouled and will shoot 2 free throws. So the Flames have been stuck on 58 points for almost 5 minutes of this ball game. The fortunate thing for them is UTEP has also struggled of late. Flames have missed their last 4 field goals, as has UTEP. First free throw is good, a chance to make this a 10-point game. With 1:04 on the clock here in the fourth. We talked about how the Flames needed to make this an ugly basketball game, make it a defensive struggle without their leading scorer, Avery Mills, for the second game in a row. And they have done just that. They've held UTEP to 48 points with a minute to go in the ball game. Athene on offense for Liberty. As it's stripped away out of bounds, it'll stay with Liberty. UTEP could appeal this and take a look and see if it did touch Liberty last, but they're not going to. 53.3 to go in the ball game, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Athene having a little trouble getting it in, lobs it up top to Muwamba. Flames still have plenty of time to shoot as Liddy drives on the right side and has it go off of her and out of bounds. A 6-0 run for UTEP, but it's taken 4.5 minutes. Flames haven't scored during that time. Flames haven't scored in 5 minutes, but UTEP has only been able to take 6 points off of the lead, which was 16 at that time. On the drive is Igbenyadio. She missed the shot. Flames get the rebound, and they're going to take a timeout with 25.6 seconds to go. I think to make some substitutions. It will be a full timeout. Liberty's leading 58-48. It didn't look like UTEP was in foul mode there. But nevertheless, the Flames with the timeout, they'll have one remaining. UTEP has 2. Again, 58-48. with that rebound, Emmy Stout now has a double-double for the game. 16 points and 10 rebounds. Attendance was announced at 849. Not bad for a 5 o'clock late afternoon, early evening game. That is the third career double-double. Or correction, no. It is the fourth double-double this year and fifth career double-double for Emmy Stout. Emma Leone, second on the team with 11 points. That's her third career game in double figures. Emmy Stout also has surpassed 500 points for her career. Flames inbound into the backcourt to Peters. UTEP is not fouling. The shot clock and game clock are pretty much even. The horn may sound if the Flames just dribble this out. As Waldai is guarding Athene near midcourt with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Yeah, I think there is going to be about a half second. Flames are going to get one more turnover as the shot clock expires with 1 second to go in the ball game. You don't mind that turnover. 22 for the game, but that one is of no consequence. The Flames didn't score in the final 5 minutes and 40 seconds of this ball game, but during that time, UTEP was only able to chip 6 points off of what was then a 16-point lead. And the Liberty defense holds the Miners to 48 points and gets a 58-48 win. To up their record to 12-11 on the year. Flames are now 6-6 in the conference. UTEP falls to 10-13 and 2-10 inside of CUSA. Flames will play on Saturday against New Mexico State. UTEP will head up to Delaware tonight to play the Blue Hens on Saturday. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the Coca-Cola postgame show, a victorious one for the Lady Flames as they get the win by 10 over UTEP here in Liberty Arena. We'll be back after this break here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at any of their 4 locations, with 2 in Lynchburg, 1 in Forest, and 1 at Able Tire in Concord. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
The light from a star can take millions of years to reach Earth. So when you look at a star, you're looking back in time. But I see the future. I see exploration and courage. I see my country finding new horizons out there. And I see giant leaps making a comeback. I see myself. The future is where I'll make history.
This message is brought to you by the United States Space Force. More information is available at spaceforce.mil.
At Lynchburg Nissan, it's the most wonderful time of the year for savings. With up to $10,000 off MSRP, 0% for up to 60 months, or 130% of fair KBB for your trade. This December is the best time to make that decision you've been thinking about. Take advantage of Lynchburg Nissan's year-end sales event while the best inventory is available. These models are limited supply and have been selling very quickly. Shop in person or go online at lynchburgnissan.com, home of the million-mile warranty.
The doctors at Crossroads Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Stephen Hatch, James Peary III, Trey Woolwine, and Carol Roberts have over 50 years of experience serving Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Their dental office in Forest is open and ready to serve you. Crossroads Family Dentistry provides all family and cosmetic dental needs and accepts major dental insurances. They're located at 14761 Forest Road in front of Brauburgers. More information is available at crossroadsfamilydenistryva.com.
Flames Nation, this is Liberty men's basketball coach Richie McKay. The McKay family are proud Flames Club members and invite you to join in training Champions for Christ on and off the court, whether you're at the game or cheering from home. Your support is valuable and directly impacts our student athletes. Membership starts at just $75 and comes with great benefits like access to premium seating, hospitality, and parking privileges. Join today. Visit libertyflamesclub.org.
You've been listening to Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now it's time for the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report. Get a complete recap of the game. Hear from Lady Flames head coach Alexis Sherrard, final stats, and more. This is the Coca-Cola post-game report. Coke, taste the feeling.
It's a solid game for the Lady Flames, especially on the defensive end. They held UTEP to 32% shooting and get a 58-48 win. We talked to Coach Alexis Sherrard in the pregame about how they needed to make this kind of a slugfest and wanted it to be a defensive grinder to have the best chance to overcome the lack of offense with Avery Mills missing the ball game, her second game that she's missed since an ankle injury a week ago. So they got some players that stepped up offensively. Emma Leon, she had 11 points coming into the starting lineup, replacing Mills on 4 or 5 shooting. So a great game for her. Emmy Stout, slightly above her season average with 16 points. Also got 10 rebounds for the double-double. Ify Nawabi, Elizabeth Eistadter, each with 9 points in the game. So you had the starter scoring a little bit above their averages, which helped make up the difference. You got a little bit of bench production as well, with Athene getting a couple off the bench. Also Peters, Mwamba, and Alexander each with 2. Jacayla Thompson with 4 points, as well as 4 assists in the ball game. Led the Flames in that category, and a plus 14, which was the highest plus-minus for the Lady Flames. Jacayla in her about 26 minutes of playing time. Eistadter's 32-50 was the most anybody had to play in the game, so the Flames didn't have to really rely on a lot of minutes from those starting 5 because they opened up a 16-point lead and were able to lead throughout the entire ball game. So no one played more than just rounded up to 33 minutes. And most of the starting 5 played in the mid-20s as far as minutes in this game. That was because Athene off the bench with 25, Peters with 16 off the bench, Mwamba with 12, a solid 8.5 minutes for Malia Alexander. Even Zainab Avcı was able to come in and play 3.5 minutes at the end of the ball game. Didn't score, but played during final, probably about 3.5 minutes of the fourth quarter. So a solid game for Liberty, holding the pace down and keeping UTEP from getting a lot of easy baskets. They got some fast break points, 12 to 5, but still not a ton, and Liberty held them to one and done a lot. Only 9 offensive rebounds for UTEP, and a good chunk of that came late in the ball game. Liberty finishes up 48% from the field, 23 of 48, 6 of 12 from 3. Those threes brought to you by Haley's Appliance and Outdoor. UTEP, they were 7 of 53 from the field, 32%. They were 5 of 24 from 3, 21%. They hit 9 or 12 at the free throw line. The Flames were 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Another 600 meals to local area food banks through the Food Line Feeds Score to Give More campaign. Liberty won the rebounding battle 37-25, both teams with 9 offensive boards. Points off turnovers, 14-13 Liberty. The Flames forced 13 turnovers, gave the ball away 22 times. Points in the paint, 34-20 Liberty. Second chance points, 8 apiece. We mentioned the fast break points, 12-5 in favor of UTEP, and Liberty had a 9-8 advantage off the bench. There were no lead changes. The only tie was at the beginning of the basketball game. The Flames scored the first hoop and never trailed, and they scored that hoop fast. It was 4 seconds into the ball game after running a set play off of the opening tip. Got a 2 there, and then again, they never trailed again. They led for 39 minutes and 56 seconds. All this in front of 849 fans here in Liberty Arena. Leading scorer for UTEP was Mary Moses Amanillo. Let me try that again. Amanillo. Mary Moses had 13 points to pace the Miners' cause. She also had a team-high 8 rebounds in the ball game. Flames will now host New Mexico State on Saturday at 2. UTEP heads up to Delaware to play at 1 o'clock against the Blue Hens. They'll actually head that way tonight. That was the reason for the early start time. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll get a look at your Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. Some other games just starting to crank up in Conference USA. And then our Good Feet Store coaches interview with Alexa Sherrard and our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game with Emmy Stout. That coming up after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services. The Lady Flames win 58-48 over UTEP.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at ThompsonBrooksInsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
Welcome back into Liberty Arena. Kind of a chilly Liberty Arena as the Flames get a 58-48 win over UTEP, and we're now joined by Emmy Stout. And I guess I'd kind of forgotten that it was a little chilly in here, but then you seem to be shivering a little bit after the game. I guess that makes sense. You go from running and perspiring and keeping, the blood flowing to now you've been static for a few minutes and
you get cold.
The coolness sort of settles in, but certainly wasn't a cool game as far as the Flames' shooting percentages were concerned. You ended the game sort of slow. There wasn't a lot of points in the last 5:40, a drought for the. Did you even realize that you guys didn't score in the last 5 minutes and 40 seconds of the ball game?
Not really, honestly.
Yeah, because at that point it was a 16-point lead. But what you did well was, even in that 5 minutes and 40-second drought, you held UTEP to just 6 points. So they weren't able to really make a big push towards the end of the game. And this was more about defense. I was alluding to shooting the ball well. You guys shot 48% from the field. You individually, you were 7 of 9 from the field, 16 points. But it really wasn't about the offense. It was about making this game a slower pace and kind of playing it in the 40s or 50s, and that's exactly what it was, and that's what it needed. And I know the reason that the game maybe needed to be a little bit lower scoring is because a lot of your points was not in the game with Avery Mills. I know that's got to be tough for you. You've played with Avery for a long time now between high school and college, but but you guys did what you needed to do to fill that void tonight.
Yeah, I think one of our main focuses has definitely been more on defense. Offense, we never struggle with. We always, of course, it's unfortunate that Avery is out right now, but I think even with her, like, we always knew that offense was never an issue, and the issue, not an issue, but the thing we need to focus on is defense, and I think today we really shined a light on it. We communicated, we gave effort, and I think that's what won us the game.
What makes this team tick? You know, I know you guys you're a close group off the court. We've talked about that with just about everybody. It's like a family kind of affair. But that doesn't always equate to good basketball. We've seen a couple stretches where things weren't going very well over the course of this year. What comes together on the court when you guys are playing your best?
I think just heart. I think we all really want to win, and when we have that desire to win, we will come together. When one person is struggling, we have the encouragement of the rest of the team to be like, hey, come on, you got to pick each other up. And I think by having at least one person encouraging another, then that person will encourage someone else. That will bring us together, and there's nothing we can't do when we have that.
How were things in the post tonight? It seemed like it was a little physical.
Yeah, it was definitely more of a physical game. I personally like those types of games. I think it's more fun rather than just having, like, not getting shoved around. But it's definitely more physical game, and I think that's something we really need to focus on, like not fouling, keeping our hands straight up. But, yeah, definitely physical game.
Emma Leon was our interview this week as far as the women's basketball show. We had a little bit of that at halftime as well. One of the parts that we played at halftime was when she was talking about her background participating in judo, and one of the questions I asked her, I was like, well, if there was an MMA tournament among the team, who would win? And she said, well, I think Emmy would probably win.
Really?
Yeah, she's like, she's pretty tough. Like,
wow. My gosh.
Then I asked, well, what if you were allowed to, who would be the one that maybe would fight dirty? And she's like, Queen would fight dirty.
Oh my goodness, yes, Queen. Absolutely, I would say Queen. I'd be scared of her for sure.
So if that was the final matchup in our little fictional MMA tournament, you versus Queen, how would that turn out?
Well, I think Queen and I have had our little scuffles on the court, so I feel like it would be a decent battle. We're both very physical on the court, and we sometimes get into it, so I think it would be a tough call for sure.
So even families can have some arguments at the dinner table on Thanksgiving.
But we always come together in the end. So
well, that's the way it's got to be. We kind of alluded to Avery being out, and I know that's a big loss, but you guys won this game. You were in the game against Kennesaw State, really just needed one more stop, and you win that basketball game. So that's a testament to how the team can just find whatever ways they have to be in ball games, regardless of who's in or out of the lineup. We saw earlier in the year that Claudia was out for a few games, and you've played some games where you weren't completely 100% with the flu bug and stuff like that. So you guys kind of, you sort of morph to whatever you need to be.
Yeah, I think the greatest thing about our team is that no matter who's in, who's starting, who's playing, like, everyone can contribute. There's not one person like, oh, I'm glad they're in, they won't be able to do anything. Like, everyone can play, everyone can score. And I think even if those who don't start come in, like Claudia, like, she can score, she can pass, she can rebound. Like, it's just the beauty of our team. We can't be stopped.
I forgot about Ify. She missed some time, too, not that long ago, and you guys had to kind of fill in for her.
And she comes out 3 for 3 from the 3, so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and with Avery, you think about the points that's missing when she's out of the lineup. When it's Cloudy, you think of maybe the assists and the helping be the floor general and all that. When Ify was out, it was rebounding. Did you feel any extra pressure when she missed those games that I've got to make up for her 10 rebounds?
Oh, yes. I think we even lacked a little bit on our rebounding margin, but it picked up when she came back, so that was good.
It'll be nice when the whole family is back together again, and hopefully that's sooner than later. Quick turnaround as far as the game. You get a little extra time because of this being an early game, so you get 2 more hours of I guess recovery tonight before you have to go to bed. But these home turnarounds, I guess, a little bit better than when you're on the road and you still have to go 4 hours to get to the next place.
For sure, yeah. It's a much smoother transition, and I can just drive home 20 minutes and then be done with my day. So it's nice.
How are classes going so far?
They're good. They're the lightest semester I've had being here at Liberty, so I am very happy right now. I only have 1 hard class, so I'm chilling.
Well, that's good. Yeah. Excellent. Well, congratulations on a great game, a double-double, and a nice win for the Lady Flames. We'll see you on Saturday afternoon when New Mexico State comes to town.
Thank you.
That was Emmy Stout, our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game. And, well, we've already got Coach Sherrard sitting here playing some Wordle. No, I don't even know if that still exists. Maybe Tetris. I'm trying to be nosy and look over his shoulder and see what I think he was texting. I don't know. I'm arguing with myself now. I think that Coach Sherrard, when he's got some time with nothing to do on the airplane, there's no video, there's no Wi-Fi, so you can't do any scout, you can't do any preparation, and you're just absolutely killing time. I feel like you might be an NBA Jams. You get that on your? You get any? What are some games? What are some things when you're just absolutely killing time on your phone?
I do not do any video games.
Nothing.
Zero.
No Tetris.
Nothing. Not even Centipede. Not even Galactica.
That'd be good though.
Yeah.
If I could get, I wish I could get that on my phone. That'd be pretty good.
I'm not a video games guy.
So if you're just wanting to not think about anything, but you need to kill a little bit of time, what are you doing? Just scrolling Facebook, Instagram, that kind of thing?
Netflix.
So you're watching a movie or something? Any shows that you're binging right now?
Absentia.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching. And then apparently this is an old one, but it's my first time watching it. Scandal.
Okay.
The presidency one.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
It's funny, over the years we kind of hear murmurings around the bus of the things that people are following, and don't spoil it, I'm only in season 2, and somebody will say, well, that's about when I stopped liking it, so hopefully you survive season 2 because that's when I turned it off. Just those types of conversations, but it's kind of fun to see what different people. I've got a PGA golf game that where it's fairly realistic. I mean, with anything, there's going to be some things that aren't. Clearly, I'm not a very good golfer, and I'm very good on that game, so it's not completely realistic. But that's gotten me through many of a 4-hour plane flight to UTEP or wherever we've had to go. Hawaii was. Good gracious, we were on a plane forever. That trip, can't complain. We were going to Hawaii, but nevertheless, so everybody kind of entertains themselves in different ways.
Yep.
This is a unique team, and both of these teams. I was joking on the broadcast, the number of syllables between the two teams. UTEP has 78 different syllables. Ooh. Liberty, if I counted right, 56 different syllables, and you guys have 3 less players, so that takes into account there. This was a PA announcer's nightmare as far as this broadcast was concerned. But the thing that's cool about it is you look through here, Mozambique, Spain, Italy, Uganda, Spain again, and that's UTEP side. With Liberty, you got some more Spain, you got some Canada, you got some Congo, Iceland, Netherlands, Turkey. It's
international.
It is very international. And so you could just have a field day asking every player that was in this game tonight, how did you get to where you got?
And everyone would have a different story,
and probably a 30-minute story.
Right.
And a fun one to hear.
Absolutely.
And a lot of, knocks and bruises along the way, but happy to be where they're at. Just this game of basketball, I know we're talking overview now. We're not even talking about X's and O's, but it is really a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean, this game, it is a beautiful game because it brings people from all different nationalities, all different places of the world together, and they unify with one common goal, and they build lifelong relationships, and it's a beautiful thing. And I'm just thankful for the team that we have. We just have a great group. They love one another. They pray for one another, and but they come from all over the world. But they're unified, and they're all on the same page.
The joke that I made is you got all this diversity, but you wouldn't know that it wasn't the same mom and dad, like this, that they were all from the same family, because they, sibling rivalry. There's going to be some squabbles every once in a while, but when at the end of the day, everybody just seems like a big family. And then you're talking about the basketball community coming together for things like breast cancer awareness, and we had the mental health awareness before, and there's other causes that everybody comes together on. And we talked pregame about how important it is to the basketball community because of people like Kay Yao, that she lost her battle with breast cancer and did so much for the game of basketball, and especially the women's basketball side of things, that it's easy to come together for those types of nights.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as I said, I think everyone has been affected by some type of loss or family member, friend of a friend. And Brad Palmer did a great pregame speech today. He lost his sister to breast cancer. So the message today was I challenged the ladies to dedicate this game to someone in your life, someone, a friend, a family member. And just the effort and intensity was going to be dedicated to someone. And I think the ladies really played hard and represented themselves very well. And it's just a great cause, just bringing awareness to that terrible C word that affects so many across the world.
Before the game, we talked about how this needed to be an ugly ball game. You wanted it to be a defensive struggle, play it in the 50s. Well, you held them to 48, so all you needed was 49 really. But if you scored 50, you're going to win this basketball game. You got 58. And I know there were times when you didn't score in the last 5.40 of the game. So it was a little bit of a slow ending, but the defense dug in and didn't give up any ground.
Yeah, at the end of the day, every shot taken, everyone's trying to make it, but sometimes the ball just doesn't go in the hole. So if you're not scoring, you have to play defense. You have to limit your opponent to one shot per possession. So to hold that good UTEP team to 48 points, out-rebound them by 12, to me, that's a team that's focused and understanding their assignment and knowing the importance of defense and rebounding.
Quick turnaround. You played New Mexico State. That was a battle when you were out in Las Cruces earlier in January. What's it going to take to get this little winning streak going?
I think it'll be the same formula. Defend, rebound. Obviously we'll try to score 100 points. I don't know if we'll get it, but the most important thing, the most consistent thing will be defend and rebound. They have a lot of weapons. They play inside and out. Transition defense obviously will be a major focus for us. And as always, we got to out-rebound them, win the rebounding margin for sure.
We were talking about golf earlier, and you said we're going to try for 100. That's usually what I get when I'm playing golf, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Maybe 100 if I'm lucky, actually. Last quick one for you. I know you'd said pregame that Avery was going to actually be heading to the doctor. I know you don't have any update from that. Correct. But your gut is probably she's not going to be available on Saturday. Do you have to kind of prepare that it could be even longer until you know otherwise? What's the mindset that you want to put in the ladies as far as playing without Avery and not knowing exactly when she's coming back?
Well, the mindset is, next teammate up. We have enough talent to win, but obviously, with her 16 points out, obviously offense, everyone needs to play maybe a little bit above their point average collectively. And then that just really, if we're going to, if we don't get those 16 points that Avery, we lose from Avery, we really have to be like tonight, hold teams of 48 points and really lock down defensively.
We saw Emma Leon chip in. She had 11 points in the game, not completely evening out that 16-point loss, but over double her average and really hit some big shots for you.
Yeah, 11 points, 3 assists, 1 turnover, and for me, most important were the 2 steals. That's, for me, that's activity, that's understanding the assignment. She's just a freshman playing players like, Tensaya, who's a senior, very good player in Conference USA. So I'm just very, very happy for her. She wasn't pleased in her last game, and she's been in the gym every day just working. She's a great kid, so I'm very happy for her. She deserves it.
Good deal. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you on Saturday afternoon.
All right. Thank you, Jamie.
That's Head Coach Alexis Sherrard, our Good Feet Store coaches interview. We also heard from Emmy Stout, our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game. We are without a studio for this basketball game, so no Kyle or Nick back in the station, so we don't have play of the game replay accessible to us. So as far as our Freedom First Credit Union play of the game, you could pick a number. Some of those defensive plays, some of those steals. There were a couple big three-pointers by Ife Nawabi as when the Flames were that first one when the Flames were kind of opening up that early lead. They went on a 12-0 run to begin the basketball game, and then an 8-0 run at the end of the first quarter, led by as many as 16. UTEP had a 7-0 run to kind of get it back into single digits going into the end of the second quarter. It was 37-23 Liberty at halftime, 47-37 after 3, and Liberty gets a 58-48 win against the Miners to run the Flames record to 12-11, 6-6 in the conference. UTEP falls to 10-13 and 2-10 in the conference, and they are currently on the outside looking in as far as the standings are concerned. Our Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard, only one game that's underway on the women's side of things with our early start. There was one final from earlier today, though, an 11 a.m. education game at Western Kentucky. Kennesaw State wins 55-51. New Mexico State leads Delaware 10-8 midway through the first quarter. Later on at 7:30 Eastern, FIU and will play at La Tech. Sam Houston hosts Missouri State. Jack State is at Middle Tennessee. Those are the other games going on the women's side of Conference USA today. Of course, you've heard by now the Liberty men won with the Zach Cleveland buzzer beater at New Mexico State last night. In the rest of the conference on the men's side, the games that are being played tonight, Kennesaw State is up on Middle Tennessee 40-36 in a high-scoring first half. There's still 3 minutes to go in the first half of that game. FIU, in a much lower-scoring first half, leads 11-5 with 13 minutes to go until halftime, and then later tonight at 8:30, La Tech plays at Missouri State. So those are the scores from around Conference USA. Well, that's going to do it for the broadcast. I think we've buttoned up all of our loose ends, and we'll say goodbye one last time. And thank you for listening. For those that were on Facebook, YouTube, watching the booth cam, we certainly appreciate that. Maybe you were on the Liberty Flames app or libertyflames.com. We appreciate that as well. You can check out this week's Liberty Women's Basketball Show by going to YouTube and typing in Liberty Flames on the Liberty Flames channel. It's one of the more recent entries, the Women's Basketball Show with Emma Leone and Coach Alexis Sherrard. You can check that out as well. Until we talk again on Saturday, one more time, the Flames, they beat UTEP 58-48. Until Saturday at 2, this is Jamie Hall saying so long and God bless.
You've been listening to Liberty Lady Flames Basketball and the Coca-Cola Postgame Locker Room Report from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. This game has been brought to you in part by Abish Financial Services, the official financial advisor of Liberty Flames Athletics. Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank, life lived full. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry. Destination Bedford. Central Health by 11 West. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders by Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Gentry Lock Attorneys by The Good Feet Store. By Haley's Appliance and Outdoors. Liberty Lady Flames Basketball has also been brought to you by Ironclad Coffee Roasters, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. Larry's Tire and Auto Repair, providing preventable maintenance, repair, and service at multiple locations and at larrystireservice.com. By the Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan. By Peary Family Dentistry. Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Segra, offering customized business technology solutions. Learn more at segra.com. By the United States Space Force. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. The general manager of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment is Justin Metzger. Liberty Flames Sports Network director is Alan York. Coordinating producers Nick Pierce, Kyle Sykes, and Victoria Carter. I'm staff announcer Jeff Lawrence, with a special thanks to Liberty University Athletics Director Ian McCaw, Senior Associate Athletics Director Robert Goodman, and Associate Strategic Director for Athletic Communications Paul Carmody. Also, follow Lady Flames Basketball on social media at Liberty WBB on Instagram and X, formerly known as Twitter, and Liberty Women's Basketball on Facebook. Liberty Lady Flames Basketball is an exclusive presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.